I think we'd all lose our shit.
Welcome back to Reddit Am I the Asshole? Today, I am joined by my esteemed co-host and friends,
Oh, thank you, man.
Thank
Nick
you.
and Josh.
That's a callback to when he would call his classmates
Yeah.
on the Normal Horizon one.
Oops.
And if you'll notice, Josh is back.
Yes, Josh is alive,
Yeah, guys, we found him, thank goodness.
Do I give the canon answer or like the
Hey,
legend versions?
You're the captain of your own ship.
Yeah, I fell into one of those like ring type like video where they suck you into it, and then
You went in Jumanji?
basically
That's crazy.
I met The Rock. It was not as cool as you thought it would be.
Wow. Well, I'm glad to have you back.
Thanks.
And I expect great stories from you today.
Oh, I got bangers.
Okay. Well, I think I'm going to kick it off.
Perfect.
for it.
I'm going to start with another silly one. Did it the first week. You don't remember last episode, obviously, but I'm sticking with a bug theme. I'm trying to find one story about a bug-related issue every time. So this one's short, but it's nice. It's a bug-related one.
Just like me. Sorry.
Am I the asshole for wanting my boyfriend to kill a bug? Now, last week, we had the exact opposite scenario. The boyfriend didn't want her to kill the bug.
Gotcha.
But this week, is the boyfriend the asshole for wanting to kill the bug? Or is the girlfriend the asshole for wanting to kill her boyfriend? Wait.
Whoa! Yeah, I mean,
Anyway,
You
guys,
know what? Maybe not.
it's summer, so there are more bugs than usual at my boyfriend's place. He commonly keeps the window open without a screen, so when I come over from time to time, a bug will crawl past. I'm 100% one of those girls that is afraid of bugs, so usually when this happens, I want him to come to my rescue and kill the bug. We've been dating for 5 years, so this is nothing new or surprising to him.
Gotcha.
I was at his place last night, and 3 bugs flew by, and he kind of tried to kill one, and after that didn't even bother to move and ignored my freakouts. I was a little uneasy asking why he wouldn't kill it, and he said, not to be petty, but if you won't kill the bugs yourself, you should go home.
Ooh.
that's crazy. He's talking crazy.
This turned into an argument, and he asked me if I expected him to kill the bugs, and I was like, yes, and eventually I said it was inconsiderate to just ignore me when I was legitimately feeling uncomfortable. He said I sounded privileged in saying that. Am I the asshole?
That's crazy.
What was the one you had back in the first one where it was they're arguing about the thing, or was it you where they were like, "You're just like your dad"?
That was
That was you.
Yeah.
That's the vibe that gives.
Yeah.
That 5 years is, to me, 5 years is crazy to still have that argument.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Like, are you in a relationship for 5 years, or are you 5?
I just think it's awesome. You should do it yourself or go home.
Right?
My older brother has arachnophobia. And
Yeah.
growing up, I killed spiders in the shower. Like, I didn't really mind it, and I kind of get, like, I don't get, like, tiny spiders. I get, like, tarantulas.
Mm-hmm.
But, like a fly on a... Like, it just says bug. Like, it wasn't, like, being, like, it's
Yeah.
cockroaches coming in and they're gross.
Right.
Or
It's
like,
any bug.
it could be a gnat. And it's...
That was the discussion last episode. It was just a fly. So it's like...
Flies
Yeah.
are just doing fly things.
And
Right.
what we ruled that story, I think, was not the asshole, but baby.
Yeah, a child.
Like
Not able
we're
to-
evolving our rating system here.
Yeah, literally.
And I think we went with baby.
Yeah.
But
You know,
this one had a little more depth. There
Yeah.
was more drama.
you definitely have the baby aspect to this one
Mhm.
because, like, it's a bug. And again, she told you to kill a bug and you're like, get out of my house. Like,
You know what I think it might
I think
be?
that's a little overreacting, but, fair.
That is years of build-up of being sick of this over and
Yeah.
over again, and just that day he had enough.
Yeah, or alternatively, he's terrified of bugs.
That's
Plot
fair.
twist.
That's fair. He
Does
could-
it? Come on, did it say how old they were?
No.
I assume 5 years if you're like,
5 years old.
Yeah. This is
we've
a
been
good
together for 5
relationship.
years, we 10 now.
We in second Wade now, literally. So what are we going? Asshole? So boyfriend asshole.
Grow up. I think.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
I think baby is a fair rating.
So it's the guy. Is the guy the asshole? Not the
No,
girl?
is the girlfriend the asshole for wanting the boyfriend to kill the bug?
I'm gonna go with yes, but it's not like a definitive like
Yeah.
what it's more like he doesn't want to kill things, doesn't want to kill things.
Yeah,
Like that's kind of my perspective on it.
Right. Unless you're like, I would understand it if you were like, I genuinely have a fear, like arachnophobia. Like,
Right.
I cannot be in the room and function, but you can. So like, baby.
Yeah.
Asshole plus baby.
I agree.
Done deal.
All right. Next one. All right, I've got two different stories, and I know we're only doing two apiece, so pick a number, one or two. You want me to read the titles of both, and I'll do one next
Oh
week?
yes,
Okay.
that's better.
Am I the asshole for telling my girlfriend the exact amount of calories she ate in a single day?
Oh.
You want to hear the next one, or are we locking that in?
I want to hear the next one.
Okay. Am I the asshole for telling my daughter she actually has to do things to get celebrated?
That's
I
crazy.
agree with that actually.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with the other one, just
Okay.
because like
Okay.
I'm in the dark.
All right. Am I the asshole for telling my girlfriend the exact amount of calories she ate in a single day? My girlfriend is on the bigger side, which is something I do not mind. I'm on the more fit side, casual flex.
Yeah, what a polite way
Yeah.
to put that opening sentence.
I'm pretty lean. Oh my gosh. I'm pretty lean, have well-defined muscles, and probably around 15% body fat.
This guy's glazing himself.
I used to be about 40 pounds heavier and lost the weight pretty simply. My girlfriend always complains about her weight and her body. I tell her I find her sexy for so many reasons outside of her body, and it didn't matter to me whether she got bigger or smaller. Eventually, she decided she wanted to lose weight. I offered to help, and when I pointed out things she could be doing better, she gets mad at me. She isn't losing weight currently, and in fact, she said she's gaining a few extra pounds. I ask her what she eats in a day. She says she eats healthy, so she should lose weight. I question that, and we have an argument. I tell her that if she wants to show me, let me spend a day with her and see what she eats in a day. She said only if I don't make comments on what she's eating as she's eating it. And I
Okay.
agreed. Now, by the end of the day, she has consumed a plate of avocado toast that was about 400 calories, a coffee that was 110 calories, an 800-calorie salad from Chick-fil-A, and a fry as a reward for eating a salad.
Or salads, 800 calories.
With like dressing and stuff at
Oh
Chick-fil-A,
yeah, okay. I mean,
So, and a veggie burrito that was about 500 calories. So you do the math. We're approaching about 2,200 calories.
okay.
Along with a Snakinga.
No
Snakinga. This is probably a British thing.
Here.
But
One more time.
Snakinga. Snakinga.
Sounds like you just cast a spell.
Snakinga. Or I'm saying a horrible slur. I'm terrified.
That would be like, it's like a British slur for fat people.
Yeah, I have no clue. The only thing it's shown me is drain snakes. So
It may be like a local dish or something.
Maybe, okay, hang on. Maybe it's a typo. Along with snacking, but throughout the day.
yeah, I'd say that's probably the likely.
I love how it was so confusing it got him to actually Google it.
I was curious, man. I wanted to know what that
All right.
looked like.
What you said may have actually been a slur.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
I apologize.
The Reddit guy
I
can't
made a
type.
severe lapse in judgment,
And
and
Castellanos with the driving.
her total consumption was about 2,200 calories. At the end of the day, I explained this to her. My exact words were that the amount of calories she's consuming is the amount I need to maintain my weight as a man 5 inches and 20 pounds bigger, who is constantly active. So chances are she'll slowly gain weight eating like that, and eating healthy isn't going to guarantee she'll lose weight. She got super pissed at me and told me I wasn't helping her and I was just shaming her. I told her I wanted to help her, but she did not listen. Am I the asshole?
How can you be like, oh, I'm lean, so on, when you're 20 pounds heavier than her?
Well, he could also be a lot taller than she
Yeah.
is.
I get that, but I feel like there's some. I feel like, here's my take on this. I'm very. It's just, you could be way more polite.
Oh, 100%.
It's such like, here's what bothers me about stuff like this. I feel like yes, asshole. One, I think it's almost like he's trying to be.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're...
You guys got that vibe?
He's the asshole?
To a certain extent, yes.
I don't think that she's the asshole for the record, but I like...
100% no.
I mean, like, he might not be doing it from a necessary place of evil, but at least the way that he's going about doing so...
I think we might need more information.
Yes.
Because it says that he explained it to her.
That's fair.
We're chalking a lot up to like, okay, he explained it right.
The rule of
like,
thumb...
are you taking her emotions into consideration?
Yeah, the rule of thumb usually is if someone posts on this, they're usually leaving out a detail or two that really makes them in like a bad light.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of like, I can't remember like in the story, it wasn't like if she was like asking, like, look, I'm trying to lose, I need to be self-conscious about it. Document when I'm, it's kind of like he was pushing this idea that kind of made it sound like she didn't really want to do, like to begin with. And it doesn't, like, define also like bigger.
To be fair, he does open the table. He said eventually she decided she wanted to lose weight. I offered to help and point out things she could be doing better, but she gets mad at me. I tell her if she wants to show me, I should spend a day with her and observe what she's eating, and then they agreed to not talk about it while she was eating.
It's like, you said it best, it's a lack of information.
Yeah,
How much weight? It's like, oh yeah, I just want to shave like 10 pounds, or is it like, or some people, it's like medically.
Like huge transformation,
do this. Like, that's, I think, that's the reason I'm going to give him like the asshole. It's just, some of his wording, I think, is what pushes it. Because it doesn't come across like, here, let me help you.
Let me help you, yeah.
It's more of like, you need to realize this.
Right.
This is what he said.
That's also the consensus that Reddit had was asshole poo mode.
Oh,
which is
good, because I have one of those. Yes,
really?
That's a perfect segue.
Oh, yeah.
All right, now we're going to get Nick in the asshole chair.
Alrighty. So, welcome back. My name is Nick. I got a couple stories for you. They may or may not be from Reddit. They are. And we're going to decide if these people are assholes or not. So I'm going to save my asshole poo mode one for last.
Okay.
And I think it is very good.
Okay.
First off, though, am I the asshole for speaking Italian to my girlfriend's rude Italian-American family and embarrassing them?
No.
Whoa.
Off rip, no.
I have a feeling that this is going to be like that Spider-Man moment in the first Tom Holland Spider-Man movie where it's like some scenario and like they're chatting behind his back in Italian and he's like, well, I did this to your daughter or something. So.
Well, guess what? Your shoes are lame too.
Right. I hope I'm so right.
We'll see. Backstory. Due to my dad's job, we lived in Italy for 3 years when I was younger. So I speak Italian almost fluently. It's been a while. Shout out Stained.
It's been a while.
Thank you, Josh. So I've lost some of it. Recently, I started dating a girl. Good job. She's great, and I love her so much.
Good for you, dude.
Right? Go ahead, brag a little bit more. I'm just kidding. I met her family a few nights ago for dinner. She warned me that the male side of her family is very big into being macho and testing the boys the women date, and are very big on taking pride in their Italian ancestry. I think, besides the grandfather, however, they were almost all born in Bergen County, New Jersey, but whatever. It's nice to take pride in one's heritage.
True.
Long story short, at dinner, they kept making jokes at my expense. I wouldn't call it bullying, just things about my height, beard, and shaved head. That's kind of funny. Just grow some hair. Sorry. They tried making fun of my IT job. Sorry, you make money. But stopped once I told them how much money I was making.
I think I know where it's going to go.
It was an overall bad experience, but a not so pleasant one. Anyways, her older brother kept pushing things, giving me exceptional amounts of shit for playing lacrosse in high school. Apparently, it's a sport for prissy rich kids, and not mainly like football or baseball. You know,
whoa.
I'll give him some leeway there. Just kidding, if you play lacrosse, enjoy your sport. But
But as manly man, we have the right. Us three have the right to judge.
Yeah, you know.
I played football once.
I'm very manly, so I did theater in high school, so I
Me
can
too.
definitely speak on this topic.
I
Me
played
too, man.
technical.
I'm manly today.
I have an X-Men shirt on. I can't even say anything.
But moving on, he ended his rant by saying, "Hey, we're just a big Italian family. We're loud and tell it how we see it. Ha 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 ha." And all the family except my girlfriend laughed. So I, for the next minute, responded to everything they said in Italian.
Ooh.
My girlfriend buried her head in shame, and her grandfather laughed. Everyone else kept looking at each other, confused, before telling me they didn't speak Italian.
Ha!
I replied, "Then don't use your Italian heritage as an excuse to behave poorly when you can't even speak the language."
Boom.
They got mad, but their grandfather told them all I was right and to be quiet. My girlfriend isn't mad, just ashamed. I think the grandfather kind of likes me.
There you
Hell
go.
yeah, that's the only one that matters.
Right?
I'm being so real.
But word from my girlfriend's sister is that all the men are furious and think
Good.
I'm a smartass and that I disrespected them and their masculinity,
Good.
fragile masculinity at that,
Yep.
in an unforgivable way. So, am I the asshole?
Not even in the slightest.
No.
No.
You just dunked on a room full of Italians. It's like a bucket list item, I think.
Right?
that you
Well,
gotta
there's
tick off.
nothing better than dunking on somebody that's like so arrogantly confident.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And it's, I mean, like, I don't know. Like, yeah.
Well, I feel like that line where he's like, "We're an Italian family. We're loud and we say it how we say it." And I'm like, that sounds more like Alabama than
Yeah.
Italian.
Yeah.
And it's just a polite way of saying that you're an ass.
Yeah.
Essentially, I say it how it is, which, you know, there's a certain way to be like that where you can be, you know, a realist,
Right.
but not an ass.
Literally.
Right.
Like, I feel like the whole argument when someone's like, "No offense," it's like, "No offense. I just can't stand you and your."
Yeah, no
That's-
offense, but you're stupid.
That's what that.
Like,
Hey, we know we're gonna completely belittle you, but it's just the family.
Yeah.
That's how us
Right.
Smiths are. Like, it's.
Oh, you know us Vincenzo's.
I love it. I love putting people in like place in the most like the best way possible, and that's the way he did it.
Yeah, that's a textbook execution of
Oh, yeah.
boss moment.
Oh, 100%.
oh, yeah.
Not asshole.
Oh, yeah. Definitely not the ass. Goofy and kind of a mic drop moment. So,
Yeah.
for sure. All right. Asshole poo mode.
Time for some Puma.
Time to lock in. All right.
Buckle in.
Am I the asshole for stitching up my boyfriend's toy with the wrong thread?
Oh,
The title sounds stupid because it is.
I'm intrigued.
Yes. A little typo here.
Hold up. That is the line of someone who is super pissed. It sounds stupid because this has been seething for hours.
She's like tearing up. She's so mad while she's typing. She's like,
It's such a cute. I know he is.
yes. Me and my boyfriend James, 24 male, are both grown ass adults.
True.
And he has a stuffed toy turtle. He's really attached to the stupid thing. He keeps it in his closet and occasionally takes it out for a little bit before putting it back. It's slightly larger than the size of my hand, gray, and pretty unremarkable. Hate watch. Hater of the year.
Dang.
Recently, I've gotten a bit suspicious of the thing, which sounds stupid, but it does look like it's meant to hide something.
A drug money.
And whenever he picks it up, he squeezes it as if to check the inside. About a week ago,
Whoa.
I couldn't take the curiosity anymore, and I took the thing out myself. There were stitches on the underside, so I took a little nail clipper and opened it. I just wanted to see what was inside. It ended up just being a pin. I stitched it back closed, of course, and he didn't notice. This morning, he took it out again, and this time, he noticed. Apparently, I used the wrong shade of gray. James was furious and called me quite a few names, including that I was the worst person to ever have existed ever, and that he despised me. I reminded him when I'd asked if I could touch it, he said I could do whatever I wanted as long as I put it back together. He said that obviously it didn't extend to cutting it open, and I was a psycho. He hasn't spoken to me since, and is keeping the turtle with him, even though he's pretty embarrassed about it. Am I the asshole?
It's like Gollum in the ring.
I
Right.
really feel like, again, we're missing context. Like,
Right.
what is inside of this thing?
It was like just a pin.
What kind of pin?
Yeah.
Was it a family heirloom? Was this at National Treasure 4?
I'm
Was
assuming
this...
it's something of that quality, but like, you know, he's got a special attachment.
I mean,
special
me
interest.
personally, the only instance I'm keeping a stuffed animal is like, say I had a younger sibling that passed away. It's like, all right,
That's what I
Yeah,
thought.
that's something. That is mine. This was a pin. This is the last thing. Like, you know, last thing they touched, and I want to, you know, just remember them in that way.
Yeah.
So like, that's where my head was at.
That's what I was thinking.
So like, we're missing a chunk here.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's probably the more darker way to go. It does sound like that's where you put like crack. Like for you to freak out to be
Oh,
like
yeah.
you're digging in there. Like that's what it sounds. It
Are
sounds
you able to look at the comments? What is like? I know they rated it poo mode, but what is like? Read the top comment. What does this say?
People have to understand that.
Yes, you're the asshole. WTF. How did you reread the fact that you physically damaged one of your boyfriend's favorite items, which probably has immense sentimental value to him, and
Yes.
then didn't even have the decency to let him know this, or, you know, fix it?
True.
Not to mention you're fixating on this stuffed animal as if it will somehow absolve you of blame. You think it's weird, fine, maybe a little cold-hearted, but fine. That does not give you the right to dismiss him.
I agree.
You're both grown-ass adults.
Ooh.
Well, guess what? Grown-ass
Oh.
adults don't destroy other people's property. That's a crime. So instead of berating the person you're supposed to love in hopes of getting internet sympathy points, maybe try growing as a person.
Ooh,
That is crazy.
that's the second dunk on.
That's
Yeah.
in a row.
crazy.
I agree. I mean, it's one of those things. Like, especially if she doesn't. It doesn't seem like she knows enough about it to.
Yeah.
You know, obviously, if she knew more, she wouldn't have taken it to Reddit.
Yeah.
True.
So like, she just is clearly in the dark on whatever this thing means to him.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
Well, and it's like maybe have a conversation
Right.
about it. Like,
Maybe before you
Why
play
are
Operation
you-
on it.
you know, why are you giving this turtle a pat down? You know, like
Yeah.
you're a TSA security agent. You know,
Yeah.
why does he got to go through customs every time you put it back in the closet?
Right.
That's what I agreed. Like she is like the asshole. You destroyed someone's property. But I feel like how could you not see like something's going on with this thing? You have to confront
Yeah.
it. Like how do you like as someone who's apparently like a loving human being to this person not going to be like what's in there? Are you doing anything? Are you hurting yourself?
Yeah.
Like to me like that's how my brain works. And
Yeah.
for someone to be like that's the boyfriend of 3-5 years, and you just not see that line. I think
It's just a little out
Let
of
me
the
just like
ordinary.
Literally.
savagely cut open this poor
Yeah.
turtle, his stomach, and rearrange his guts and his insides. You know, I think if there's one message we could take away from this Reddit story, it's that we need to save the turtles.
Amen.
got caught in the crossfire.
Right?
Amen. Maybe it's not a pin. Maybe it's a straw.
What? Yeah, well, what?
There's a straw in the turtle, and it's just a big metaphor.
You know, what's this metaphor?
Save the turtles, man.
I'm just
Yeah.
It's a constant reminder of him.
He's
Don't use a plastic straw today. Don't use a plastic
It's
straw
got
today.
like plastic straws, and then it's got like the little 6-ring,
Yes.
like 6-pack beer things in
Yes.
there too.
dude. I'm just imagining a situation where it's framed like Indiana Jones found like Ark of the Covenant. She goes to tear it. It's a McDonald's straw. No context whatsoever.
And then immediately just melts.
Yeah,
She just melts.
Yes.
that is a great. I love that. That
It's a metaphor.
Oh,
No.
Damn.
We got an update?
Yeah, it looked like the person.
Are they no longer together?
It's just in live update.
Damn. Here I was being a grown-ass adult this whole time, and I didn't know I was meant to stop having emotions and vulnerabilities.
You're swinging at it.
That's the response?
Yeah. From a separate, it looks like username, too.
It could be him.
Oh, that. I've seen a few of those where someone's like, I cheated on my boyfriend, and the comment is like, well, guess what? I know now. See ya. Like,
oh my
stuff like
gosh.
Yeah, I think that's who. That's probably who it
It's
is.
definitely got to be something deep then, and she really messed up.
Yeah, you know,
That's poo mode.
I
for
hope
sure.
they figure it out. But yeah, that is like asshole poo mode all over the gas station walls.
Yeah.
Like you
Mega
know,
poo mode.
Mega poo. Like. All right. So our last little drill and
Turn it over to Josh.
to Josh.
Perfect timing. All right, so I've been excited for this just because I missed last week. So it's like getting back in the groove of this.
Mm-hmm.
As usual, saving best one for last. This one, am I the asshole for refusing to divorce my wife because I was honest from the start?
Ooh.
I'm intrigued.
My wife and I separated 7 years ago after 15 years together, after I cheated on her. So the guy who posted this cheated on her. I was drunk and I don't remember, but I ended up making out with a colleague and several people witnessed this. There isn't a day that goes by that I don't regret cheating, not only on my wife, who is the love of my life, and my children, but the idea of cheating on anyone. My wife asked for divorce at the time, but then she would lose any insurance and pension she would get through me and all the benefits. I convinced her that we could still be married on paper, and of course she could get divorced whenever she wants to remarry. She agreed. We have a very cordial relationship now, and our children are well adjusted to this new dismissal existence, and they are relatively happy. Our youngest doesn't even remember us as a family. Now to my problem. I've been very honest with my girlfriend that it wouldn't be any kind of marriage now that we spent 5 years together.
Uh-oh.
She is accusing me of wasting her life and has given me an ultimatum. She has gotten a nice diamond ring from me, and she was very happy about it because she wanted us to have rings to mark that we aren't available. And I loved that, but she knew it wasn't going any further. But since she got the ring, she has been very angry and saying that I was leading her on. I feel very guilty and I doubt myself, but I've never lied to her once. I feel bad, but I never promised marriage. Am I the asshole for not wanting to get married, or am I the asshole for leading her on?
Is this a separate? I'm assuming this is a separate girl outside of.
Yeah,
the
so he
divorce.
was prefacing,
So he's not officially divorced. They're married on
Yeah.
paper, and he's got a
Correct.
girlfriend.
So just like brass tacks, I know that throws all over the place, and plus there's 70 typos that in my head I was trying to correct, so
Yeah.
I may have been reading some things wrong. So guy, 15 years with wife, cheats on her, I guess at like a bar, it doesn't really say.
Yeah.
Okay, they're just like furious, let's get a divorce. It's like, no, we're not gonna get insurance, pension, all these benefits, so let's stay married on paper, but go out and date, and when you want to get married, we can
And
do
she's
that.
cool with that.
Yeah, and years later meets another girl, dating for 5 years, and he says, I'm not going to get married because I'm already technically married to this
Legally
lady.
married.
And this girl is like, hey, it's been 5 years. I thought like eventually
Yeah.
you get past this. And he's like, my the asshole for leading her on.
They have kids. Did it say how old?
I didn't say any ages, but it said youngest one, so it sounds like there's
Pretty young.
7 years ago, so it sounds like
Pretty young.
7, if
Yeah.
give 2 years apart for siblings.
Pretty young.
The thing that made me sad though was when he was talking about his youngest, and
Doesn't even remember.
yeah, they're like, oh, it's okay. It was just young
Wait, it's
for
okay.
our family existing.
Well, yeah, that's how I was, dude. I mean, my parents divorced when I was real young. Like I was probably about 7. So like, I understand. It took my parents a long time to like bring people around again.
Yeah.
And so I understand like wanting to not only, yes, he cheated on his wife, but that doesn't mean that he doesn't love her in some capacity. Like I still care about you as a person. I want you to have these things in life and make sure you're good. And, you know, there's no reason that my mess up should, you know, cut you short of your benefit.
Yeah.
That's where like this guy, it comes across as being very weird. It's like
Yeah.
love of my life, I care about you, but there's I
Yeah.
cheated on you.
Right.
And you said kind of dismiss the kid like, oh yeah, that's why I'm very like I'm hard to judge this.
Well,
Dude.
so the kid thing is another thing. Is
Yeah.
like
It's a different layer.
if the kids were the center of this, I totally understand that. But it seems like they're kind of off to the side in this whole thing.
Yeah. Sorry.
Just
Whoops.
Level change.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, but I feel like he's either someone that cares really deeply that he made a serious mistake and wants to repent
Make it right.
somehow in whatever capacity that may be in his, messed up head, or he's like Patrick Bateman level of like,
I like Huey Lewis in the news.
yeah.
Hey, Paul.
Let's look at Paul's card.
Yes, Alan.
Let's look at Paul's card.
So what would you guys, asshole, not the asshole?
See,
I got the
that's
answer.
Tough.
Obviously, you get asshole for cheating on your wife.
Oh, 100%.
That's not the question.
But even, and I know that, again, this is not the question, but the fact that he continued to allow them to be technically married so that she would still obtain his insurance benefits, granted, though, it's kind of like the least you could do in that situation.
If he's military, see, we're missing a lot of information. If he's
Literally.
military, she's going to get a lot more out of it as if he were just like, working for a corporate company and got retirement and benefits and stuff like that. So, yes. But it's a weird thing. Like, we're missing a lot.
Yes.
What did Reddit say?
Reddit decided not the asshole. Going through comments, this one was just like a genuine question. Do you ever plan on being remarried? If your wife got health insurance and divorced you today, would you marry your girlfriend? A lot of people, not the asshole, you were upfront about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like-
I think that one question, if you're, like, about the whole health insurance thing, sets the whole record straight.
Yeah.
And for him, that's a home run question. It's an easy yes or no.
Well, he absolutely did lay it all. I'm gonna go not
Yes.
the asshole.
Yeah.
Like, you're definitely still a little weird
Well,
and
here's
slimy about it all.
The
but
transparency redeems him.
Yeah.
Well, the kind of like save him, like we said, asshole for cheating. But his literal last sentence is, "Am I the asshole for not wanting to get married or leading her on?"
No.
That's what. So I guess like as much as it's bad behavior, you can't. In this context, you do have to skew it for the actual
Right.
question.
Yeah.
This one was the highlight of my morning. I was literally I've been like gone all morning. I was like driving to so many places, and then this little number fell in here. It's, am I the asshole for putting in a complaint against my son's teacher for being rude / not being a good role model? So it's like,
Probably not.
okay, here we go.
We'll see if I regret that stance.
We've gone to the same nursery for our children. Our daughter went there from ages 1 to 4, and now our son has been there for a year. There's a new teacher there, and honestly, she seems shy. Whenever we see her, she's great with the children, but she isn't great at talking to parents. She doesn't usually handle handover pretty well, and we're told it's because she's still an apprentice or whatever, and doesn't really know the parents all that well. Well, the nursery has a little seating area outside, like as you walk in, and then to the side of the nursery playground. She was drinking an energy drink. All I said to her was, "Could you not drink that around the children? It's not a good, healthy eating example," or whatever. They can literally see her. Her response, "I'm on break."
That's crazy.
I accidentally scrolled down. Yeah, "I'm on break." "Okay, then go somewhere the children can't see you." So I said that. She said, "I'll keep that in mind for next time." Next time, it was the same story. "Just go somewhere don't drink it. I know they're not meant to eat or drink unhealthy in front of children." So I complained to the manager who moved the seating area inside. I've been picking my son up and heard her on the phone in the loos, which is bathroom for like British.
Yeah.
In the loo inside the nursery building. It's community center and can't describe it well enough, saying how she just wanted to chill on her break and it's boiling hot outside. My husband is on my side, but my sister said it was completely overbearing. Am I the asshole for overreacting?
The complaint is kind of Karen-y.
Yes.
Like, I personally would do that.
You can see the merit in the complaint.
Yeah.
Sure.
Valid
I
complaint.
personally, though, would only make it a complaint if she was like going up to the kids and being like, "Hey, look at what I'm drinking," which
Yeah.
obviously that's very stupid. But I mean, or even if she was just like wasn't on break and was actively interacting with the students.
Well, I mean, so who was the complainer? Was it a parent of one of the kids?
Yeah, so parent
Okay.
is picking up kid, knows it's while watching the kids on like playground, is drinking an energy drink,
Right.
and she's like, probably shouldn't do that in front of the
I
kids.
understand the good intention, but also,
It's very
who are you to speak on behalf of everyone else's kid?
yes.
True.
It seems like a almost not necessarily like a complaint to complain,
Right.
but it's heading in that direction.
If you're worried about your kid seeing someone drink a Red Bull,
You got a lot more.
instead
Do
of
you
getting
drink
some,
alcohol in front of them at
right,
home?
or do you take them out to a
Literally.
restaurant and do you complain on everyone that orders a beer? Like, if you're worried
Don't
about
drink that, I have kids.
Well,
right,
especially-
if you're worried about those things, explain that to your kid,
Yeah.
not get someone fired.
Yeah, and I mean, like you said, it's in England.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot of pubs there. A lot of
It's-
beer.
Yeah.
And so so the consensus was asshole, and people were kind of what you guys were saying. Nothing is worse than people who think they can control what adults do while she was still on her break, trying to relax, and you found a way to ruin it for her. And
Yeah.
I know I hyped up this story, and it kind of seemed a little That's because the highlight is the person who originally posted responded.
Okay.
Okay, so
Sound the alarm.
yeah, for context, it's the basic argument people were making were, she's an adult, and there were a few of what you said about like, speaking on other kids'
Yeah,
kids. I don't care.
That's all she said.
Oh, now she's doubling down.
I don't care. I have the right to know what is going on around my child at all times. This includes church, school, and at home, of course.
Helicopter parent much.
Pretty much. And this is the kicker. Nothing that bothers me more on this planet and a bunch of sissy and a ton of words I'm not supposed to have to say who think they can dictate around children who don't have any. All you sweaty nerds think you can post on the internet degrading the work of mothers.
Gosh.
Whoa.
Someone is salty. I mean, dang, it's almost like, when you act out, people are going to hold you accountable for it.
Tone it down
Whoa.
on that one.
Yeah.
Good.
I mean, I understand. I'm a product of helicopter parenting. So
Me
it's
too.
like, yes, it works to an extent.
Yes.
So I understand it. But as I got older, like teenage age, I was given the perspective of, my own say and like able to ask questions and be explained to me, like, why are those drinks that she's drinking bad?
Yes.
Well, they do this, this, and this. Not, no, you're not allowed to drink them, you're not allowed to see them. It's like, what?
Yeah.
So, I don't know, the response is funny.
Here's...
And it's kind of warranted a little bit. Like, obviously you can't tell someone how to parent their kid.
Yeah.
So
True.
it's like, if you're going to be a helicopter parent, be a helicopter parent. But
And
the world doesn't work like
yes, and yeah, I think like especially like you said, like your whole like don't drink that, don't drink this, like da 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 da. If
Yeah.
you as a and I mean I don't know, I've never been a parent, so I can speak on this, but I have been a child of this system, so
Were
maybe
you?
I can speak on that. And I don't think there was anything like necessarily endemically bad that my parents did, like
Yeah.
raising me and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like they did a good job on setting me on the right. And it's not that like if you're too much, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad, this
You're
is
gonna
bad.
raise a bad kid.
Well, it's not even that. The curiosity
Yeah.
starts to creep in, and you're
You're
in
giving-
high school, and then you're
It's like
you
that whole
sip mystery
it's-
liquid.
Yeah, it's like the whole don't push the red button.
Yes.
Literally.
It's like if you say that enough,
Someone's gonna get curious
I'm
about
gonna
it.
push the red
Yeah.
button. I've got to see what it does.
My consensus, because another thing I saw on there was someone being like, teachers work, get up at 5:30 a.m.
Right.
until the afternoon. Maybe if she doesn't like coffee, it's like energy drink may be like the next best thing and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
I hate coffee.
And I mean,
Right there with you.
In terms of that, I mean, obviously you could break it down and go, what vitamins and what's in it. But like, say you take a healthy energy drink, whatever that means.
Yeah.
Just one on the healthier side, and compare it to a cup of coffee. Are you worse of a person for drinking coffee around kids, or you know what I'm saying? Like, it's the same thing. It's not, but it is.
For me, I am a lot nicer of a person to the people around me when I drink energy drinks versus coffee because, let's put it this way. The overall scent of the space is better because, some of us get gassy when we drink coffee.
True.
Not gonna, point fingers, but,
True.
it happens.
Something I do want to introduce for the show, I'm kind of doing this on the spot. I think every week we should do what was your favorite out of all like the stories in these. Mine was Turtle, just because out of all, like you said today, they leave out information. There's so much we don't know. I've never had so many questions to a story than that one. So that's my pick.
I liked Turtle. I'm going unanimous Turtle there.
I don't want to pick my own.
You can pick your own.
Wait, Hunter, if it's a good story, it's a good story.
And then we'll award them asshole of the week.
Okay, I guess I'll go with the Turtle. But if I had to pick one that wasn't my own, the Fly one was really good. I'm not gonna lie, the bug
bananas.
The bug theme has been really good.
Yes.
Is that gonna be a trend?
It. I'm gonna bring one bug story every time if I can.
Very good.
All right. Well, perfect. So that's going to do it, us from here for the Am I the Asshole podcast. Tune in next week. We're probably going to do it to more one story per person, just to kind of really divulge these stories. We're not trying to be like, oh yeah, don't tell your kid what to do, that kind of thing. As for us, I'm Josh, he's Nick, Jordan. We'll see you guys next week.
Peace.